episode number 9, How to Start a Clothing Line from Home. Hello there and welcome to my eBooks for Fashion podcast. I'm Maristella and I'm your host at eBooks for Fashion podcast. So for who don't know me, I'm a fashion marketer, a fashion business coach for eBooks for Fashion and a jewelry designer for my brand Made in Art. But before starting this new episode, just a few words about our sponsor. Today's episode is sponsored by my new online course, Start for Fashion. Start for Fashion is the perfect course for who wants to start a fashion product or service business. Why? Because there are lots of information that I've been through my whole life, I would say, about how to start a fashion business without making the mistakes that usually we all make when we start a fashion business. There are video and audio trainings and ebooks plus 7 days on 7 days WhatsApp and Telegram or Facebook Messenger or email assistant plus a fabulous lifetime access. So doors are opening very soon, so we'll put the link in the show notes to join the wait list. So I don't want you to wait any longer and let's start with this episode. So this episode is all about how to start a clothing line from home. So I want to make very short this episode, but with all the strong, very important points if you want to start your clothing line from home. Why I decided to talk about how to start a clothing line from home? Because after the success of my previous blog post, How to Start a Fashion Business with No Money, many of you were asking me how they could start a clothing line from home. So I decided to challenge myself again. And that's why I've created 9 steps, easy steps, to start a clothing line from home. So are you ready to make your dreams come true? Let's dive in. First, decide who are your dream customers. I know that you have heard about understanding your dream customers from me many times, but it's really important. That's why I keep pushing, saying to you that it's important to understand your dream customers. So I want you to understand, to know what are your dream customers. What are your dream customers' problems? How can you solve their problems with your idea and consequently your clothing line? You must know the right people who will benefit and pay for your clothing line. So you must understand your ideal customers. So in this way, they can support your fashion business. They can buy what you are offering. So you should understand what are the problems of your dream customers, which kind of needs you are satisfying with your offer, and which kind of benefits you can offer them. So if you have any problems to really understand who are your dream customers, no worries, because I have a freebie for you and you can download just right below this episode in the show notes. So no worries, I have a freebie that will help you to understand, to attract your right dream customers. So second step, research about your competitors. I really hate the word competitors, but I want you to understand who are the people that they already offered what you are offering right now in your niche. So I don't like the word competitors, but in this case, I want you to understand who are the people that they have created something like yours before, and why I want you to research about your competitors. But I want you to understand what is missing your niche in the fashion industry and what you can do better than your competitors. So make sure to know exactly what you are offering and how you can offer your products or service in fashion better than the people that they are already offering what you are doing, or they better than your competitors, better than people that they started a business before you. So I want you to be the best. Third step, write down your business plan. A business plan is an essential plan an essential part of your fashion business because you need to plan ahead your cost, your inventory, your marketing strategies, and if you want to find investors for your business. So if you don't know how to write your business plan, I have an easy guide for you. It's called Easy Fashion Business Plan in 1 hour. It's very simple, but really meaningful and powerful, because with this guide you can create your fashion business plan in just 1 hour and you can use it to present to potential investors, or even if you want to get a loan from the bank. But it's important because not only you need this guide to if you are planning to get potential investors, but also for yourself, because you will have a written, clear, easy plan that you can go back every time you have any doubts to check what you want to create in your fashion business. So it's absolutely essential. So make sure to get your copy, and you can get from the link in this episode, so no worries. There will be everything in the show notes. Fourth step, sketch your ideas and designs. I know that from most of you, maybe you have already your ideas on paper, but maybe there are other people like me that I just sketch very simple, and then I have to get more clear on my ideas. But make sure to have all of your ideas, your design on paper, because it's very important to have in front of your eyes, so you know exactly where you want to go. And if you are not able to sketch, no worries, because you can always hire someone from the internet that can sketch for you, or you can get inspired from a creative platform like Creative Market. It's a platform that I use myself when I need templates and don't have time to create myself the graphics or whatever I'm looking for. I can find there any creative stuff you can find there. So if you need any help on sketching your ideas, go to Creative Market. Again, you have the link in the show notes. So, fifth step, source materials for your collection. So, as you need to get your prototypes ready for showing to the world, so you need to source the fabrics, the trimmings, the fastenings, the materials you need to create your first collection prototypes. As you are starting small, you should source materials in your local area. This is really my suggestion, because you don't need to get a very big quantity of materials, but you need a small quantity to create your samples and your prototypes. So in your local area, you can find samples of fabrics or other materials without investing a capital in inventory. So make sure to source local. Find local in your local area materials for your collection. Then, sixth step, create your prototypes. If you are able to sew, you should create your first prototypes by yourself. In this way, you know how your clothes look like and you can adjust size, fitting where needed. Or if you are also working on an accessories collection, when you do your prototypes, it's much better because you know exactly what you want to create and how they will fit and and how people will wear it. For example, I do the same. I do the prototypes for my jewelry business by myself because I want exactly to know how the jewelry is wearing. I want to try myself. I want to have in my hands to understand first if this is what I have in mind and how it looks on other people. So if you're looking to find a sewing machine to create your first fashion collection, I have again a very good article for you that will help you to find the best machine to create your first fashion collection and your prototypes. So you can choose what works best for your needs, and you can check in the show notes. There are 5 sewing machines that are perfect to create your fashion collection prototypes. Then the 7th step is to find manufacturers. So when you have created your prototypes and you want to start a production, you need to find the right manufacturers for your fashion business. I've already talked about finding the best manufacturers in a previous blog post of mine on ebooksforfashion.com and also in a previous podcast as well, because I talked about Utelier, which is for me the best platform that connects your ideas to designers, manufacturers and fashion industry specialists worldwide. So in one place. So you have only one place where you can find all the manufacturers and the fashion industry specialists from all over the world. So this is the best. So you cannot find any other any better solution to find manufacturers. So the 8th step instead is determine your prices. Now that you have made your prototypes, you need to determine your costs and the price you would like to sell your clothing collection. So make sure to get a clear picture of your fashion business profit and expenses to make sure you are running a fashion business and not an expensive hobby. So if you need to calculate your costs and profits, you can grab my guide, How to Calculate Costs and Profits for Fashion Business. This is a very powerful guide because I always get back to this guide I created when I'm in doubts and I don't know exactly what I'm spending and what are the profits. So make sure, especially if you have a small business, you really need to have control of your costs and your profits. So make sure to grab the guide from my show notes. Then the ninth step is to sell your clothing line. So now you are at the final step. Now it's time to sell your fashion collection. You should now launch your own online store or sell to marketplaces like Etsy or Amazon. I strongly suggest to start first your own online store, because in this way you can start to build your name as a fashion brand. You can easily start your own store with Shopify, and if you want to learn more about Shopify, you can check from the link. And also you can check another guide of mine, which is very, very good and powerful to drive traffic to your online store. Because getting an online store, it's quite easy, and with Shopify it is very, very easy. But then the most difficult part is to sell and to get traffic to your store. So how to do that? I have a guide for you. So you can get from the guide I have prepared for you, so to get how to drive traffic to your online store. So although setting up your clothing line from home may seem easy, it's not, unfortunately. If you are planning to set up a real fashion business and not a hobby, you really need to take time, take the 9 steps I said before, I highlighted before, and start slowly, step by step, creating your fashion brand. You can definitely create your fashion brand from home. You don't need to get an office or get a big place. You can do everything from home if you want. With my 9 steps, it's gonna be quite simple, but it takes time. It takes anyway a lot of work. So if you're not ready for the ton of work the fashion industry requires, it's best to keep your clothing line very small. Starting small is always the best thing to do, because you won't feel overwhelmed and you can have a better control over your costs and your margins. So let's recap the 9 steps just to make sure that you remember all the 9 steps. So first, decide who are your dream customers. Second, research about your competitors. Third, write down your business plan. Fourth, sketch your ideas and designs. Fifth, source materials for your collection. Sixth, create your prototypes. Seventh, find manufacturers. Eighth, determine your prices. And ninth, sell your clothing line. So these are all the 9 steps you should take if you want to start your small fashion business from home. especially a clothing line or accessories line, whatever you want with a product-based business. But if you want to learn more, and if you are really passionate and determined to start a fashion business, you should honestly join the wait list of Start for Fashion, my new online course. That doors will open very, very soon and spots will be very limited. So make sure to sign up to the wait list now, because it's the perfect online course for who wants to start a fashion product or a fashion service business. You will have all the answers to your questions to start the right fashion business. So you will not waste money anymore, and you will try to not to struggle for example, I struggled a lot when I started my fashion business because I had no guides, a guideline how to start. So in this course, you have the right steps to take to start your fashion business. So you will start the fashion business in the right way, the right fashion business, with a guide, a clear guide, how you can start and how you can run your fashion business. So grab your spot on the wait list from the show notes. So, my friend, here you are. You have all the information, the 9 steps to start your clothing line from home. So now it's your turn. I hope really, honestly, you enjoyed this episode, because I really put all my passion to talking about this episode and the 9 steps to start your clothing line from home. So I really would love to see how you started your fashion business, I would love to see you with your fashion business project ready to start. So if you have any questions, please send me a message and I would love to help you. Thanks a lot for listening to this episode, and I hope to talk to you in the next one. Bye for now.